You ever felt like you were drowning in someone else's expectations? Like no matter how much good you do, someone always has something to say about how you dress, how you speak, how you live your life. Let me tell you something, and I want you to hear this loud and clear. You don't need to control the narrative. Let them. Let them talk. Let them judge. Let them misunderstand you. Because while they're busy playing critics on the sidelines, you're going to be too busy building your damn legacy. Mel Robbins dropped something powerful with her let them theory. And today, I want to take you on a ride. A deep dive into what it really means to let go of control, to release the need for validation, and to finally reclaim your power. Because listen, freedom is not in getting people to like you. Freedom is in not caring if they don't. Let's rewind a little. From the time we're kids, we're trained. Yes, trained to seek approval. You raise your hand in class, the teacher says, "Good job," and you feel amazing. You get a like on your photo. Boom! Dopamine hit. You tell someone your dream and they smile. You're flying. But the moment someone rolls their eyes, the moment they doubt you, suddenly your whole energy crashes. Why? Because you've handed your power over to people who don't even know your soul. And that's where this whole let them theory begins. It begins with the awareness that you're not in control of others, and you never were. You see, control is an illusion. It's like trying to grab a handful of water. No matter how tight you squeeze, it slips through. Let me tell you a quick story. Sarah was a graphic designer I met at one of my business mastery events. Brilliant at what she did. But she was stuck. She kept saying, "Tony, I can't grow my brand because I'm terrified of what my college friends will think. They already tease me for posting so much on Instagram." I looked her in the eye and said, "Then let them tease you." She stared at me like I was crazy. But here's the deal. Sarah had built her entire life trying to manage how others saw her. She edited herself. She played small. She dimmed her light just to fit into a box they built for her. But when she chose to let them laugh, let them misunderstand, let them roll their eyes, she posted her first raw, unfiltered story, then another, and another. Within months, her design business took off. She didn't become successful because people changed their minds. She became successful because she stopped needing their approval. Now pause and ask yourself, how many decisions have you made, or not made, because you were scared of what they might think? They'll think I'm too loud. They'll say I've changed. They'll think I'm being selfish. You know what? Let them. Let them think you've changed. Because you have. You've outgrown who they knew. You've evolved past their version of you. And they might not be able to handle that, but that's their journey, not yours. Let me hit you with a truth that may sting. You will be misunderstood. Not everyone's going to get you. Not everyone's going to support you. Not everyone's going to clap when you win. And that's okay. Because the goal is not to be understood. The goal is to understand yourself so deeply that you no longer need outside confirmation. You don't need everyone to get it. You just need to get to work. Think about Elon Musk. You think he got to where he is by asking for permission? People said he was insane for launching rockets. They mocked him for investing in electric cars. They laughed when he talked about Mars. Guess what? He let them. He didn't waste time convincing critics. He went out and did the damn thing. And that's what you need to do too. Let them call you crazy. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Because they won't be laughing when your dream becomes a reality. Here's a practical step I want you to try this week. Every time you catch yourself obsessing over someone's opinion, stop. Take a deep breath and ask, what if I just let them? Let them be wrong. Let them misjudge. Let them gossip. And then you move. You take the action that aligns with your soul.
Because trying to please everyone, that's a full-time job with no pay and zero benefits. But Being authentic to you, that's the most profitable investment you'll ever make in business, in love, and in life. So here's what I want you to remember from this first part of our journey. People will talk. Let them. People will doubt. Let them. People will misunderstand. Let them. The moment you stop fighting for control is the moment you regain your power. The moment you start focusing on why you not them is the moment your life begins to shift. And this isn't just a mindset tweak, it's a total identity upgrade. You're not here to please. You're here to lead. You're not here to seek validation. You're here to create transformation. Let them do what they do. Because you've got work to do. Here's the truth: when you finally let go of trying to manage everyone's opinion of you, life starts to open up in ways you never imagined. You stop walking on eggshells. You stop playing defense. You show up boldly, unapologetically, fully. Because you realize that their reactions, their stories, their assumptions, they're not about you. They're about them. When someone gets offended by your growth, it's because your transformation reminds them of the work they haven't done. When they say, "You've changed," what they really mean is, "You're no longer validating my comfort zone." Let them say it. Let them sit in that discomfort. That's not your job to fix. A guy came up to me at one of my seminars and said, "Tony, I feel guilty for outgrowing my circle. They were there for me when I had nothing. But now that I'm building my business, they keep making comments like, 'Oh, you think you're better than us now?'" And I said to him, "Let them think that. You don't owe anyone a version of yourself that no longer fits. You don't owe anyone stagnation just because they helped you survive a past season. We're not here to survive, we're here to evolve. To grow. To grow. And that means outgrowing people, environments, and beliefs that can't go with us. Some people were only meant to walk with you through chapter 3. It's not personal. It's part of the process. Let them watch from a distance while you write the rest of your story.
The most liberating thing you can do is stop explaining yourself. Just stop. You don't need to justify your dreams, your goals, your boundaries, your silence, or your ambition. You don't owe anyone a spreadsheet of your intentions. Let them misunderstand. Let them misquote you. Let them assume whatever story their mind creates. Because while they're speculating, you're elevating. I remember years ago, someone close to me said, "Tony, you're just lucky. You've got that energy, that charisma. Not everyone has that." And I smiled, because they didn't see the nights I stayed up studying human behavior. They didn't see the times I bombed on stage and got back up. They didn't see the inner battles I fought just to believe I was worthy of being heard. But you know what I did? I let them believe what they wanted to. Because I had no time to argue when I was too busy becoming. You can either spend your life proving your worth, or you can spend it building your future. But you can't do both. One keeps you trapped in other people's expectations. The other sets you free. And freedom is what this is really about. Freedom isn't found in controlling others. It's found in controlling yourself. Your mindset. Your reactions. Your energy. The moment you stop trying to edit yourself for every room you walk into is the moment you start toning every room you walk into. Belong. That's power. Belong. One of the women I coached, Jasmine, she used to over-explain everything. Every decision came with a paragraph-long justification. "I'm not coming to the event because I've had a long week. And I'm tired. And I'm tired. And I've been working overtime, and I'm just emotionally exhausted." I told her, "Jasmine, you don't need to explain your no. A simple no is a complete sentence. Belong." She looked at me like I just gave her a key to a prison cell she didn't realize she was in. That's what we'd out-talk ourselves into exhaustion trying to make everyone else feel comfortable. Belong. We think if we explain enough, maybe they'll understand us. Maybe they'll approve. But approval bought through explanation is temporary. It evaporates the moment you do something else they don't like. Let them disapprove. Let them be confused. Let them walk away if they must. Because here's something most people won't tell you. Not everyone is meant to stay. And that's okay. Alone. Some exits are divine. Some departures are necessary. Every time someone walks out of your life because you stop performing for them, you've made room for someone who loves the real you. Let them go. The real power move is this: you stop chasing and start choosing. You stop convincing and start creating. You stop explaining and start executing. Because your energy is a currency. And the more you spend it on managing what other people think, the less you have left for your vision, your mission, your calling. I want you to imagine right now. What would your life look like if you fully embraced the let them mindset? What would you stop doing? What would you start doing? Who would you stop tolerating? Who would you finally become? This is not about being cold or careless. This is about being clear. Clear on your values. Clear on your goals. Clear on your worth. Clear on your worth. When you're clear, you stop apologizing for who you are. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. And let me tell you something: when you stand fully in your truth, you won't need to convince anyone to stay. The right people will stay because they see you. The wrong people will leave because they never did. Let them. Go on. You don't have to fix what someone else broke inside themselves. You're not responsible for their projections. You're not responsible for their interpretations of your choices. All you're responsible for is showing up, aligned with your purpose, doing what lights you up. That's it. People will say you've changed. And your response? Thank you. That's the whole point. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to evolve. Staying the same to make other people comfortable is not loyalty, it's betrayal. Betrayal of your own growth. Betrayal of your own dreams. Every time you silence your voice to keep the peace, you wage war within yourself. And that war, it's exhausting. So stop fighting. Let them be who they are. And you go be who you were born to be. Belong. When you free yourself from the prison of other people's opinions, everything shifts. Your energy shifts. Your creativity explodes. Your relationships deepen. Belong. Your business accelerates. Your peace expands. Why? Because you finally reclaimed the power you were giving away piece by piece. And you know what happens next? People start noticing. They start saying, belong. Something's different about you. You're glowing. You seem lighter, more confident. And you smile. Because they don't know it yet, but what they're witnessing is a person who no longer needs external permission to live fully. Let them wonder. Let them watch. Let them watch. Let them talk. Alon, you've got a mission now, and nothing's going to stop you. So here you are. You've let go. You've started to feel the weight lifting. Haven't you? It's like removing a backpack you didn't even know you were carrying. That constant worry about how they'll react, what they'll think, whether you're doing it right in their eyes. It's gone. Or at least it's fading. And that, my friend, is the start of real freedom. Now I want to challenge you. If you've made it this far, don't just understand this theory, live it. Embody it. Build your life around it. Because it's not a trendy quote to repost. It's a muscle. And like any muscle, it needs to be trained. Every day you'll get opportunities to use it. You'll get misunderstood. Good. That's your rep for the day. You'll get criticized. Great. Another rep. Someone will question your boundaries, roll their eyes at your confidence, or say, wow, you've changed. And you smile. Because you've been training for this. You're no longer emotionally dependent on their reactions. And here's what's wild. When you start living this way, you don't just change your life, you inspire everyone around you. Your courage becomes a mirror. Your strength becomes contagious. People start thinking, if they can be that free, maybe I can too. And suddenly, without even trying, you're leading by example. Let me share something personal with you. Years ago, when I was just starting to rise in my career, I had people close to me, friends, even family, say things like, "You're getting too big for your boots." They'd say I was too intense, too passionate, too loud. And for a while, I tried to tone it down. I'd shrink just enough to fit in again. But one day, I realized something. I was dimming my light to keep others comfortable. I was adjusting my thermostat based on their insecurity. And I made a decision no more. That day, I let them. Let them call me intense. Let them say I'm too much. Because I'd rather be too much than not enough for myself. I'd rather be real and powerful than liked and invisible. And I want the same for you. Because if you live for their applause, Delon, you will die by their silence. You will wear yourself out trying to dance on their stage. And at the end of the day, it won't even be your music playing. Delon, you want to know what fulfillment feels like? It's waking up and knowing your choices are rooted in your values, not someone else's expectations. It's saying yes when it feels right, no when it doesn't, and never having to explain either. It's building something, a life, a business, a legacy that is so aligned with who you are that it would scare you to think you almost gave it up to keep the peace. There's a beautiful peace that comes when you no longer chase approval, and in that peace there's clarity. Clarity about what really matters, about where your energy belongs, about who deserves access to you. Let me tell you something else. Peace is the new success. Peace is the ultimate flex. Because anyone can grind. Anyone can hustle. But not everyone can walk away from chaos, from noise. From people who no longer align and do it with love, with confidence, and without a trace of bitterness. That's power. That's the byproduct of letting them. And here's the truth. The more you rise, the louder the noise will get. More opinions, more criticism, more resistance. But here's your new mantra. Let them. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them guess. Let them create stories in their head about who they think you are. Because you've got truth on your side. You've got fire. And you've got something more powerful than their doubt, momentum. Belong. You keep moving. You keep building. Belong. You keep showing up for the person in the mirror. Because the only opinion that truly matters is yours. You want to know if you're on the right track? Ask yourself one question. Am I proud of how I showed up today? Not did they approve. Not did they cheer. Not did they say I was right. Belong. No, was I proud? Because pride rooted in integrity and courage, in truth that's unshakable. That's what gets you through the storms, the betrayals, the doubts. That's what builds a legacy. Belong. So let them. Let them do what they do while you rise. Let them talk while you act. Let them watch while you win. And don't just let them, thank them. Because every time someone doubts you, misunderstands you, or walks away, they're making room for something better. They're giving you an opportunity to anchor deeper into your truth. They're gifting you the chance to grow roots so strong that no storm can shake you. Everything in nature evolves without permission. Trees don't ask if it's okay to grow taller. Oceans don't ask if they're being too loud. The sun doesn't apologize for shining too brightly. And you were born to shine, to grow, to evolve. No permission required. So, from this moment on, I want you to take this theory, this philosophy, this way of life, and tattoo it on your soul. Not literally, of course, but energetically. Make it a part of your identity. Practice it until it becomes second nature. When someone tests your boundaries, let them. When someone doubts your path, let them. When someone can't handle your truth, let them. Belong. Keep going. Because your calling isn't waiting for them to get it. It's waiting for you to own it. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. You are not here to manage people's perceptions. You are here to ignite transformation. You are not here to live a safe, small life. You are here to build a bold, brilliant one. And it all starts the moment you stop trying to control the narrative and simply let them. Whoa. So today, make the decision. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Decide to live free. Decide to rise. Decide to let go of anything and anyone that keeps you playing small. Let them stay where they are. You've got places to go. Now go do something with that power.